Yeah. So I now call the meeting to order. Distinguished guests, fellow Toastmasters, and all other Toastmasters who have joined us today as role players or otherwise. It is my privilege to be the presiding officer today when we are touching a milestone in our meeting, which is the silver meeting of Eloquent Elites. How many of you can relate to the word silver? Because we have chosen this purposely. The silver is something like it's a Jubilee celebration. And if you see at the theme today, it is Bollywood beats. This is because Bollywood, when in those good old days, Bollywood never touched 25 weeks. So when it touched 25 weeks, it was a huge celebration, Silver Jubilee. And we had people like Rajendra Kumar and all who were called the Jubilee stars. So we have also taken up Bollywood beats because it is our 25th meeting. Then, of course, after Rajendra Kumar came iconic movie like Sholay that broke every record, and of course, also broke the glass ceiling of the conventional themes, heroes and heroines. For example, Gabbar Singh became the new hero, which we wouldn't have thought of if you had seen Sunil Dutt, Rajendra Kumar, and Rajesh Khanna. So let me just share a small trivia with all of you all. I remember my niece, she made a short film on a spiritual come philosophical theme. And she had a long line of white Americans wanting to act in the movie. There was a guy who even colored himself and threw a cigarette in the air, caught it with his mouth. He wanted to show that he could also act like Rajnikant. All want to be a part of this Indian film industry. But what is his fascination for Bollywood? So let's demystify this. And we have none other than extremely accomplished and capable Toastmaster of the day, Girija, who will take us through this fun-filled evening of Bollywood beats. Rotarian Girija, like a typical Toastmaster, wears several hats, not one, but many at one time. A life coach by profession, she is founder director of DG Consulting and HR Consultancy. She is a leadership coach, soft skill learning facilitator. She is a Rotarian from Rotary Club of Mumbai Elite and also a past president, where she broke again many records by bringing in something like 4 to 5 crores worth of projects. So let's welcome her with a huge round of applause. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Girija.
Thank you, Presiding Officer Kusumara. Just now, she described me as a person who wears several hats. But Kusumara wears several hats and each one of them has several plumes to it. She runs an international school of design, which has won several awards and caters to students from different communities, the poor as well as the rich. And she has done an exemplary job of coaching them with Indian clothings and Western outfits, how to produce that. That is her specialty. So now we start off with the meeting. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Welcome to the Silver Jubilee meeting of Eloquent Elites Toastmasters. Today's theme is Bollywood beats. Any idea which was the first Indian film to celebrate Silver Jubilee? Amrit Manthan, produced by Prabhat Film Company under the direction of V. Shantaram. This was released in 1934, was the movie to see 25 weeks. The film was the screen adaptation of a novel called Bhagyashri by Narayan Hari Apte. And this was produced in Hindi and Marathi simultaneously. A musical hit of all times. Can you guess what is the theme of the movie? The film opposed human sacrifice to please gods. That was the theme. Such a beautiful social awakening the movie came up with. Now, let us move on from Bollywood to beat the fast passage of time. The meeting is divided into 3 segments. The first segment is prepared speeches, which I will conduct. The second segment is speech evaluation. This will be conducted by our general evaluator, Toastmaster Annadata Murli Manohar. Third segment is table topics. This will be conducted by table topics master Shripal Shah. Now, we start with the first segment, that is prepared speeches. Today, we have 3 prepared speeches. The speech evaluators will give evaluation and timing guidelines. When you make a building, the strength of its foundation, costing, and aesthetics, all are important. Similarly, when we look at a speech, the grammar, lucidness, timing, all 3 are important. So, we have role players in Toastmasters to help us build our grammar, lucidness, and timing. Now, grammar is like the beams in our house. Can we see them? No. But the beams are so important. They hold up the speech. So today's grammarian is Toastmaster Shiba, lawyer, head of prosecution, she said. And I was asking her, what is prosecution? Is the name of a club? Then she says, no, I'm the lawyer and prosecution. And she is member of Enterprising Toastmasters from Palakkad, District 121. Toastmaster Shiba, before you explain your role, can we have a small interaction? Today's theme is Bollywood beats. The word beats has several meanings. One meaning is strike a person or an animal repeatedly and violently so as to hurt and injure them, typically with an implement such as a club or a whip. Have you ever felt any aspect of Bollywood movies hurting anyone's sentiments repeatedly? Again, Toastmaster Shiba, the question to you is, have you ever felt any aspect of a Bollywood movie hurting anyone's sentiments repeatedly?
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Day, for inviting me for such an interaction. Of course, Bollywood movie is a terms of spectacular extravaganza with its making songs and all these things. Especially, I am a fan of such movies where the people or the audience can take into the extreme level. Especially, I find it very cool and calm, soothing effect where I could see the Padmavat movie, where it have a sensational issues before it releasing in the theater. Of course, all the audience or every citizen, I believe, they are taken to this movie Padmavat. The name has changed. Earlier it was Padmavati. It has changed to Padmavat and Bombay High Court, and later it taken to Supreme Court. There is no such thing that affected the patriotism over there. When I saw in this theater such a wonderful movie by its making, that makes me most extravaganza. Sometimes the people affect their patriotism. When it touched it, people get violent. That we could see that many of the theater were burned without any purpose or without any such activity. So this is my view. And Bollywood, I always eager to watch and hear the things of Bollywood movies. Thank you. Over to Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shiba. That was a very interesting observation about Padmavat. People who are particularly affected, any particular caste or community who are being discussed, their sentiments are hurt if certain facts are misrepresented or certain creative freedom is taken by the director. Then people who belong to that particular caste and religion do not take lightly to it. And that is why people do feel hurt, I believe. Thank you so much for pointing that out. Now, may I request you to explain your role as a grammarian?
Thank you very much for welcoming once again to introduce the word of the day. I am today taking the role as a grammarian. As a grammarian, I want to express the responsibility to pay the close attention what the speakers do in their speeches, and also all the good quotes, words that have pronounced in the speaking session, not only the prepared speeches, as well as the table topics, general evaluations, and many more. Today, I am introducing the word extravaganza. It means, of course, I already mentioned it, an elaborate and a spectacular entertainment or a production. So today I am attending extravaganza meeting of our Eloquent Toastmasters. So we can use this word in a maximum. At the end of the meeting, I will report the same to the general evaluator when he is called upon for the report. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shiba. Today, we decided to move the table topic session towards the end, and the general evaluation sessions will end before that. So table topic sessions, we need not look into the grammar or counter, because we want to close that general evaluation section before that, so that people can stay back and have a lot of fun. That is the purpose of this. So we moved it a little. Thank you so much. Yes. Moving on to the next, thank you very much for that word of the day, extravaganza. Request every speaker to use it. Please have the presence of mind to use it. It is a beautiful word that has been given. Now, the next role player is one who works at our lucidness. Now, what affects the lucidness of our speech? Fillers. They affect the comprehension of the listener and the image of the speaker. Toastmaster Anushri Dareshwar will carry out the role of our counter to help us overcome this fault many of us make. Toastmaster Anushri makes cakes and chocolates. So, she knows where exactly what fillers have to be put and where they shouldn't be put. That is why her cakes turn out so good. Toastmaster Anushri, before you explain your role, can we have a small interaction?
Sure.
The word beats has a second meaning. That is, defeat somebody in a game or other competitive situation.
Okay.
You beat me. You beat me in the game, we say. So in what aspect does Bollywood beat or defeat film industries from other geographical regions?
Okay. Actually, I would describe this in the movie that I recently saw on Netflix or Prime. The movie is called as Dasvi. Of course, it has Abhishek Bachchan, it has Nimrit Kaur, and in the movie, and even one of the actresses I have forgotten. The movie is very good. It's about how education system is in India. The movie started again with Yami Gautam being the officer, jail officer, police officer, and Abhishek Bachchan is, of course, an illiterate minister, chief minister of a state, and due to some reasons, he's put in the jail. And one thing that Yami Gautam tells him is that you're an illiterate person, you have not studied. So that somewhere it hurts him, and he says, I will learn it, I will do it. So he says, I will be a 10th pass person since I've studied only till 7th. So it takes him a lot. Of course, it's a very challenging journey for him, because he tells, I have dyslexia too. So of course, some words, he has an issue in reading and all. So where by the end, even Yami Gautam teaches him how to learn, how to read, write and all. So, and he, of course, he passes 10th and all with 55% and so forth. And he comes out of the jail and he starts his own party. It's a party. It's actually a must watch, because there are so many aspects, There he tells, what, studies, learning shouldn't be only for the fact that, okay, we are studying. We have to study for the knowledge. It's no use of being a mechanical engineer when, you just have to do simple mechanical job that even a simple mechanic sitting at a shop can do. You have to learn, you have to know why you're studying mechanical engineering. You have to study it from the heart to go further. Till we are knowledgeable, till we are educated, we cannot go further. We cannot defeat the shortcomings that we have. So I guess that movie has answered for me, and the answer that you were looking out for.
So do you mean to say the messages that the Bollywood movies give, they are so insightful, and that is why
Yes.
they connect with people?
They do connect with
They do
different
connect.
aspects of people, like
At
be it
different levels,
history,
yes.
be it the current scenarios. You know how many
You
like
got it.
yeah,
Excellent.
and how
Yeah.
many movies from the world do we actually have? So many variety. We do have a variety, right? We don't have a variety of what the Bollywood films produce.
So thank you, Toastmaster Anushree, for that insightful response. Since we are the short of time, we need to move on. So can you please explain your role?
Sure.
Our counter. Yes.
Yeah. Greetings to all the Toastmasters present. The purpose of the AHA counter is to note words and sounds that are used as scratch or pause fillers by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I listen to the overused words, which are including and, but, so, and you know. I will also listen to the filler sounds, including and I will note when the speaker repeats a word or a phrase, such as I or this means that means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times each speaker has used these expressions. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Anushree. We move on to the next role. Timer helps speakers stay within time limits. Kusma Rao, our presiding officer, also doubles up as timer today. As I already explained, she's an ardent Rotarian and she's a director of International Institute for Fashion Designing. So in this context, I'm looking at the meaning of the word beat. When it is used as an adjective, it is a third meaning. And it refers to application of makeup. A beat face means your makeup is extraordinary from top to bottom, beautifully done. So before you explain your role as timer, Toastmaster Kusma Rao, will you please share with us who in Bollywood do you admire for the perfect sense of makeup? Kusma Rao.
Yeah. I think from the old generation, I would say Rekha is perfect because I remember she used to look totally ungroomed, I would say. If there is such a word called ungroomed in English dictionary, I'm not sure. So the grammarian can correct me. But I think she was like an ugly duckling that became a swan. She was so beautifully groomed. She dressed up so well. And I would say like somebody like Kareena Kapoor. She is born beautiful. She is born with a lot of advantages where her looks are concerned. And she plays it up very well. Like you say, beautiful makeup, very subtle, but she looks excellent. I mean, like, I'm a great admirer of both Rekha as well as Kareena Kapoor. So I would give these two full marks. Yeah.
Thank you. You are the expert and you know it. Now, can you please also explain the timer's role?
Yeah. So as a timer, the duty of a timer is to make everyone feel the consciousness of time. Have any of you all missed your train by 30 seconds and try to tell the coach, please stop the train. I was only late by 30 seconds. No one listens. But did he listen to you, Shripal? So no. So you have lost it. So this is my duty today to make you all feel conscious of your time. As timer, my duty is to time prepared speeches, table topic speeches, and speech evaluations during the meeting. When a speaker reaches a minimum time, I will display the green card. As you can see, most of the time I will be displaying the white color. Otherwise, it will be the green color. When you reach the midpoint of the time range allotted, I will display the yellow card. And when you reach the end of your speaking time, I will display the red card. The speaker has 30 seconds grace time before the green or after the red card is displayed to end the speech in order to qualify for the vote. I will report qualifying times when called for. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kusma. Now we commence the prepared speech section. Dale Carnegie said there are always three speeches. The one that we prepare, that is prepare and practice. Then the one that you actually give. And then later on, the one that you wish you gave. how true this is. I've been in Toastmasters, and each time we prepare, practice, and deliver, and then we realize that there is a gap. So today, there are 3 prepared speeches. I, Toastmaster Girija Deshpande, am the first speaker. I have chosen the path effective coaching, and today I'm presenting my second project in the 3rd level. Toastmaster Varada Kumar Anandan is the evaluator for the first speech. She's area director from Area 25 Division of Dubai, passionately working in 4 R's: refuse, reduce, reuse, recycle. I'm thankful to her that she did not refuse this offer to speak. Now, Toastmaster Varada, we look at the 4th meaning of the word beats. In music, a beat is a unit of measurement. The beat of a piece of music is the main rhythm that it has. Do you have any favorite Bollywood song where you find a very appealing rhythm? If a Bollywood song doesn't appeal to you, yes, fine. You can even talk about a song from any regional movie that appealed to you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Well, about this Bollywood movie, once upon a time, I remember I heard on radio this Abhiman movie. That one is Abhidap and well, someone can give me the clue, then I know that song. Both, I think both husband wife were singing.
Teri Bindiyare.
Yes, Teri Bindiyare. Yes, I don't know the meaning, but that the beat is always catching up. So yes, I love that. I always wanted to play that in my violin, but yes, not possible.
Wonderful, wonderful. That came from the heart. Yes, but nobody can forget this. Chala chaiya, 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 chala chaiya, 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 chaiya. On train top, it is done. And then the beat and the dance is something that nobody can ever forget. So the rhythm that you talked about is so classical, so soothing. And the rhythm that is there on the train is something that is so energizing and upbeat. There are different kinds of rhythm that Bollywood evokes, right? Thank you so much, Toastmaster Varada, for bringing that memory. Now, please, can you describe the speech objectives and timing guidelines for my speech?
That's right. Well, the Toastmaster Girija will be delivering the speech from the level, well, I'm not sure about the level, but the speech is about social speeches that, according to the TMI, is the purpose of this project is for the member to practice delivering social speeches in front of a club member. And the time is 3 to 4 minutes. So timer, please note 3 minutes green light, amber 3:30, and the red at 4 minutes. And the speech title is Golden Memories Etched Forever. Golden Memories Etched Forever, Toastmaster Girija Deshpande. Over to you.
Thank you. We lost Amma on July 26, 2021. I want to share her picture with you. Here it is. You can see her. It came as a huge shock to everyone. To Baba, Babi, Dada, the grandchildren who looked after her with incomparable affection. Just an hour back, they had returned from hospital after a routine checkup where the doctors had declared that she was fit as a fiddle. And we all had got the phone call. And after an hour, we get the call that she's no more. Imagine our shock. And what was Amma like? Amma was a gentle breeze that touches and tickles our cheeks, but would never ruffle a strand of loose hair on our forelocks. So gentle she was. She was like clear lake water that reflects our face. Her face would shrink when ours would, and would bloom when ours would. She was like that, like a child. Amma was like the deep Pacific Ocean that looks calm while it hit storms and tsunamis brewing inside. Amma was the deep forest that had flowers of varied hues, colors, and sizes that no one ever saw and appreciated. It continued to spread their fragrance all through the forest because that is their nature. She was playful, compassionate, kind, lot of forethought, planning, extremely good manager, so many good traits all at the same time. Amma, today I miss the presence in the kitchen that ensured that every plate is served with every dish, and the moment one dish is cleared, replenish it even before we look up. I miss the gentle caressing fingers that cupped my chin and eyes that said, it is okay, this also should pass. I miss the hands that stroked my hair and the admiration that this is beautiful. I remember the puran polis you made for the children, and the way children would come rushing in, smelling the wafting aroma of the cardamom and hugging her. I remember the mudda bhaji and the tomato chutneys that you taught me to make, and how eventually they have become the favorites of every relative who comes to our house. I remember you buying Ayurvedic arishtams and coaxing and compelling me to take them. I remember your clean habits, your smiling face, the bright kumkum that was never ever smudged, the pleats of the crisp cotton sari that so elegantly draped your frail but proud shoulders. I remember you getting lost, reciting prayers, sitting on a stool in front of the diya in a small dirty corner in the Mumbai flat, with the same concentration and dedication that you would have at the huge puja room in the native home. I've seen her so practical and compassionate. She would buy and stock Ayurvedic remedies for children and women for common ailments in the village: cold, fever, indigestion, diarrhea, headache, menstrual cramps, menopausal issues, joint pains. All those will be stocked with her. And the poor would rush to her for 3 days, 5 days, 7 days. She would give them medicine. They don't have to travel to town or buy the whole bottle, capsules or tablets and keep them in stock. When they seemed beyond her, she would advise them immediately to go to the city hospital. It has never failed. Your simplicity, love and fresh face, Amma, will guide me forever. After 72 years of married life, at the age of 86, she left Baba weeping like a baby. From wherever she is, I believe that she is guiding us, and I request you, Amma, please be his strength the way you are for me. An era has ended, everybody said, but no. The golden memories, they glimmer, they shimmer, suddenly, unexpectedly. Thank you, Amma, for being in our lives. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Now we move on to the second speaker for the day, that is Toastmaster Anushree Dareshwar. She has chosen innovative planning, and she is presenting the third level first project. The speech evaluator is transformational mentor and wellness coach, director of Division D, DTM Nandajan. The word beat, before we move on to the position, to your role, I would just like to have a small interaction with you. The word beat can also refer to the area one is responsible for. Like we say, the journalist beat, the policeman's beat. Do you think Bollywood is limited to the Hindi belt? Can you name a few Bollywood movies that have beaten all beaten borders? Over to you, DTM Nandajan.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you being a part of this extravaganza, the Silver Jubilee meeting of Eloquent LH Toastmasters. Thank you for the opportunity and to your question. I don't think Bollywood movies limited to the Hindi belt alone in India, not just in India alone. It crossed the borders of continent also. Not now. Way back to 50s, Avara was a super hit in Russia, and there were a lot of fans from Russia for Rajkumar and all. So it's the case with a lot of movies. For example, DDLJ you take, or Denkel you take, and Germany is one of the favorite market for Hindi movies also nowadays. So the barriers of language can be broken by art forms. Back to you.
Absolutely wonderful. Very beautiful examples you have explained it. Then now can you also explain the speech objectives and timing guidelines for Toastmaster Anushree Dareshwar's project?
Yes. Today, Anushree Dhareshwar is going to present a speech, and purpose of that speech or the purpose of that project is the member to practice developing and presenting a proposal. The member will deliver a well-organized speech about her proposal. The proposal may affect any area of the member's personal or professional life or the Toastmasters club. The member may present the entire proposal or aspects of it. I wish all the best for my speaker, Anushree Dhareshwar. Love to hear from you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Toastmaster. Before I start my speech, can anyone record my the hours and everything? Yeah.
Who's doing it?
You.
Okay, I'll do that.
Sure. Good evening to all. Can I start my speech now?
Yes, do start.
Okay. Good evening to all the Toastmasters and guests. The title of my speech is A Letter to the Lecturers. All of us have been through our schools, colleges, right? While prepping up for our exams, practicals, all of us at some point have secretly wished we didn't have to do them and yet pass and move on. We never happened. We only wish this never happened, especially during the pre-COVID times. This story is loosely based during my time in college. During one such times of submitting our final assignment, when we barely slept, ate junk, had endless cups of tea and coffee, calling all our friends up and asking whether any of us have completed our assignments. The answer was no. Till the end, who gives? One such day, me and my friends planned to write a letter or a proposal, whatever, to our lecturer on why it is beneficial and important to ban the concept of assignments. We grabbed a piece of paper and a pen and we addressed it to our HOD. What did we write? Imagine our guts. We introduced ourselves with our names written on that sheet of paper, in which batch we were in. And of course, like with our roll numbers, the batch we were in, the year we were in, and whatnot. We addressed the important issues we had while writing the assignments. We wrote how much of sleepless nights we are having, and which is causing dark circles. FYI, all the girls will relate to it. We were writing assignments. Our hands were paining. Our parents were shouting at us to do better, and we were not doing enough. It's not fair, right? To put so much of pressure. Not only this, the amount of electricity we are wasting and causing harm to the environment. How? By wasting too much of paper. And imagine we wrote our HOD how lucky they would be that they didn't have to check our assignments. No work at all. One work saved. We had, of course, given them the solution of not conducting at all. That was the easiest solution, right? No assignment, please. We wrote. Instead, yes, we did give them one solution, which was till date, I agree to it. Guide us through a practical path which will help us for a better future and help us in getting a job. But did we send it? Only in our dreams. We slipped it inside our books, scared that it it will have an impact, negative impact on our marks. And of course, all of us wanted to be in the good books of a HOD. This proposal we did write it, though we didn't send it to our HOD. It is part of my college journey. The letter still holds an important aspect of our college life. Only one thing which is relevant even today is guiding students through a practical approach. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you. The third speaker today is Toastmaster Kusumara. She has chosen the path of dynamic leadership. She is presenting Project 1 of Level 4. DTM Raghunatharaju, Universal Entrepreneurs of Toastmaster Club. I invite you for a quick interaction. Of late, many Bollywood films bombed at the box office. Do you recall any recent Bollywood film that has beaten the records? And why do you think it managed to do so? Of
I'm
late,
sorry.
yes, thank you so much. Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm the wrong person you're asking. You asked me about Toastmasters, I would tell you, but the Bollywood, I'm so bad at the movies. But I will get the objectives up right for Kusuma. Toastmaster Kusuma is attending her Level 4 Project 1 from Dynamic Leadership Pathway.
Yeah.
The purpose of the project is for her to communicate a change, and the purpose of project is for the member to practice skills needed to effectively communicate change to a group and organization. And I think she has an art title, for a better or for worse. For a better or worse, Toastmaster.
Thank you. Over to Kusuma. Toastmaster Kusuma Rao, for better or for worse. For better or for worse, Toastmaster Kusuma Rao.
Just one thing, I just wanted to ask Brother Shripal, could you do the timing for me?
I'll do it for you.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Shripal.
Okay. Thank you.
I think Raghunath is doing.
He's doing the event. Okay, you're doing both. Okay.
You're both, don't worry.
Okay, thank you.
Excellent.
Change is hard and resisting change is harder. How many of us actually love change? Why does the term change strike fear in the hearts of many? As someone replied, people would rather be unhappy than uncertain. Words of wisdom indeed. When we are planning a change, we conceptualize, we debate, we discuss, and how to introduce it with minimum disruption and plan. But what happens when there is a catastrophe, a bolt from the blue? We have to either change or perish. Change is now mandatory. The only problem is, how do we handle this? Now, let me share how a design school in Mumbai managed this change for better or for worse. When the pandemic hit, our first reaction was, it's just a question of 2 or 3 months. Being a design school, we decided to give some submissions and conduct some workshops to keep our students busy. Of course, my worry was to complete the syllabus, the practical training, which is a very important part of our design school. The change management had to be done keeping 3 things in mind. One, the financial aspect, which directly involved the institute. Second, the implementation part. This involved the students and the faculty. Would the faculty rise up to the situation or crumble? Would the students be ready to take up these challenges or crumble due to the other issues involved? The last but not the least, communication. Convincing the students, their parents, and our staff to take up these challenges. We had to reinforce some amount of assurance and confidence in the institute's ability to transit through the changes smoothly, as many of the high-profile schools had suspended their classes. We held many virtual meetings with the parents, the students, and the faculty. Our pitch for the student was, don't waste an entire semester. Let's do what we can, because where there is a will, there is a way. Young and enterprising youth are easier to convince than the older and more rigid faculties. We had to prepare a backup plan and be ready for the virtual classroom. This was easier said than done. No one had even applied their mind to these online classes. And even when we had sometime we had decided, we felt that ours is a design school, not one of those run-of-the-mill streams. Now, this was a do or die situation, and in the 6 weeks that followed, we had chalked out a plan. First, be ready with your presentations. If the situation continued for more than 2 or 3 months, then we had to act on the plan. Imagine we had considered a timeline of 2 to 3 months. And what was the plan of action? We had faculties who were not ready for this, as preparing PPTs for so many subjects was tedious, and somewhere they felt, supposing the situation improved, wasn't it a waste of our time? Ironically, I asked them the question, and if it didn't, what do we do then? As usual, you had two sides to it. One vociferously against and the other ambivalent. ठीक है, हो सकता है तो करेंगे. Now, what about our students? They are the center of our school. The situation here was too complicated. Small business had to close during the lockdown, and families shifted to their village. And we all know electricity, connectivity was totally pathetic over there. Then came the daunting task of teaching a subject that had little theory and more of practical. The teaching was a challenge, but understanding and learning it was more challenging for the students. Some were ready to take up the challenge. They wanted to move ahead with their career, while the others felt that they were too confused and they needed guidance from us. And of course, there were many students who really didn't care either way. Now came the toughest part, where students started dropping out of the school for umpteen reasons. Loss of jobs, COVID hitting family members and building up a huge bill in the hospitals. Worse, students losing their parents to COVID. It was heartbreaking for us to see the naughty, mischievous students suddenly grow up overnight and become the breadwinners of the family. The students, the staff, each one had a story to share. And what was our role? To listen, counsel, and give them strength. Communication played a very big role in this. We couldn't have a standard plan for all because each had their own challenge. Now, the institute had its own financial challenges. With so many students dropping out during the midterm, we had to rework our financial plans. What should be kept? What should be discarded? What should be the pay cut? Giving up our rental premise was easy, but getting back our deposit was a huge challenge. And what about the interiors that we had spent on? And today we give it up, but tomorrow we may need it again. Then do we spend? All extremely painful changes, but it had to be done. With the right attitude, the right decision at the right time, we managed to keep our head above water. It was a sink or swim situation, and I'm glad to share that we all swam, and here we are fighting fit again. Now for the next round of change. How do we go back to our old norms? Students are waiting to come back to campus after sitting at home for 2 full years. The faculty who put up such a stiff resistance are thinking of a hybrid class. The pressure cooker, the kitchen, the maid, they're all the attractions for them, especially to work from home. But they have to change their mindset again, as change will continue, for better or for worse. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kusuma Rao. Now, can we have the timing report for all the 3 speakers? Your Shripal will present. No, your evaluator will give the timing for you,
Yeah.
but for the other two speeches.
Girija, 4 minutes, 18 seconds. Anushri just touched 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Yeah. And
For Girija's how much? I didn't get it.
4 minutes and 18 seconds.
18 seconds. Okay. 4 minutes and 30 seconds is allowed. Okay.
And Anushri, 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
Okay. She also qualifies. So both the speakers have qualified. Now I would like to listen from Toastmaster or your evaluator.
Put in chat, it's 7 minutes, 10 seconds.
7 minutes?
7 minutes and 10 seconds. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So
okay.
all three are qualifying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, dear members and guests and all role players except the three speakers, you have to vote for the best prepared speech of the day. Each one of you, please vote for only one person. On Zoom chat, first choose GE Annadata Murli Manohar. Please choose GE Annadata Murli Manohar. Type number 1 for Girija, and number 2 for Anushri, number 3 for Kusuma, and click the send button. All the role players and guests and members can do it except the three speakers. Please vote and send it to Annadata Murli Manohar. Have you all done it? Have you received the votes? How many have you received, sir?
I have received 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Okay. Request all evaluators and other role players also to vote in. We move on to the second segment in the meanwhile. Our general evaluator for the day is Toastmaster, a rather distinguished Toastmaster, Annadata Murli Manohar. He has completed 7 pathways. Now all of us are in the first pathway. He has completed 7 pathways and has achieved thrice DTM. I just remember the story of the movie Bollywood Beats. You know, the Bollywood Beats was a movie that was released much early, you know, and a dancer struggles to hold his life together, but finds new hope after starting up a dance class, and because he has been struggling. But then what happens? He's forced to choose between his students and the chance of a lifetime. That is the story. But today in Bollywood Beats, we see a person whose lifeline is Toastmasters, and whatever test comes up, he wouldn't give it up at any cost. He was faced with surgery and bed rest, but he said, no, I'm going to chase Toastmasters. That is Toastmaster G. Murli Manohar Ji for you. Thank you for accepting the role. So DTM Toastmaster, here is a teeny weeny question for you. Beats, the word beats is also used as an intransitive verb. That is when your heart or the pulse beats. It doesn't take an object, right? The heart or the pulse beats, it continuously makes a rhythmic, regular noise, a movement. So share with us one moment in your life when you could hear your heartbeat, thud, 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 when you could hear it.
Last year, same time, I was getting prepared for my daughter's marriage. And thanks to our good friend Corona, who came with all his cousins from world over. But yes, you know, Corona is a very egoistic person. He will not come to you himself. You go and bring him. So I was having this tak moments, like Madhuri Dixit said, because we were worried whether the marriage could go on or not. Again, many people feel that COVID was an enemy, but for me, he was a very good friend, because from a 1,000 plus audience, which we expected, we thankfully, due to I was praying because of 1 year of inactiveness and unemployment. And by the way, it is 2 years now. I thought how we are going to manage financially. But then our friend Corona came, he threatened many people. So from 1,000, we had our marriage only with 40 people. And we felt that was the best way to organize a marriage, because we could give one-to-one timing for everyone. So this was the tak moment, beating moment I had. And we still really, released that. it was an extravaganza marriage because we spent a lot of time with our close, near and dears. Over to you.
Thank you, DTM Murli. That is a very, very heart-to-heart sharing, I would say. Yes, we all look forward to extravaganza, but at the same time, simplicity appeals to us because that is when we all really bond with people. When the less number of people, the more the bonding. Over to you again back for conducting the session.
Thank you very much. I will open my camera when because I don't want you to get distracted. An young lady from Sri Lanka, a very affectionate lady and an area director in the Middle East, my close friend. I bhuvan to her. She is none other than Varata Ananthan, who is going to be the evaluator for one of the famous Toastmasters today in the world. Everybody knows her, and I'm proud to say that she is also a Rotarian. Of course, rather, I am also a Rotarian like her. Please give a big applause to Toastmaster Varada, who will be evaluating Toastmaster Girija. And as you know, the timing is 2 minutes green, 2 minutes 30 seconds yellow, and 3 minutes red. Over to you.
Excuse me. It was 3 to 4 minutes was the timing. So 4 minutes 30 seconds is what is allowed as per the Toastmasters this thing now.
Which one?
2 to 3 minutes, right?
It is 2 to 3 minutes in evaluation.
That's for the evaluation is talking.
Okay, for the evaluation. Yes, got it. Yes.
Over to you.
Thank you so much. Sorry. Yeah.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Well, who doesn't like your memories etched forever? Be it your mom, be it anyone. We all want that, right? It's a beautiful eulogy for your Amma by Toastmaster Girija Deshpande. Your mother will be very happy if she was able to hear that one. At times, we don't tell when they are alive. So what I loved in your speech, extravagant use of powerful language and umpteen adjectives. Yes, mother, you're not short of giving the adjectives. Beautiful. Emotions of your amma's caressing hand while mentioning about caressing hand, stricter of discipline, and giving the native medication. Yes, we all can relate to that one. By that, you're bringing your mother to life. And when I could close my eyes, boy, I wish like I want to close my eyes so that I could feel that. When I'm watching you, it's not possible, but when you close your eyes, you know it's very easy to connect it. Beautiful. A beautiful eulogy as you had celebrated her life. It's not easy to give the eulogy for any mother. It's not easy, but you did beautifully. In my opinion, first word you said, we lost our mother, and took a picture of your mother. You took a picture of your mother from your mobile. At that time, I felt the emotion was missing. Only at that particular time. I really don't know, maybe you were in a rush to take the phone, the picture. So what you could have done is you could have kept it separately, and after opening that, then you could have started the speech. Second thing is, for that times you were running fast, not all the time, but at that time, because this speech is about your mother. And at that time we wanted to experience that feeling. I felt that you were rushing to us in somewhere. Third is, we are all comfortable in delivering while seated like me. This powerful eulogy could have been really, shall I say, could have gone into the higher level had you stood and delivered. In that case, your hand gestures could have been visible, and you could use a powerful, the way whether you were talking about harassing hand and everything. Just imagine if you were able to do that one. In summary, a powerful, beautiful eulogy to your Amma. And if you incorporate the emotion at the first level only for the first line and could stand, this speech will be not just higher. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Varada, Area Director from United Arab Emirates. The next person who is going to be evaluating, I just happen to know him. He was the past director, district director for District 121. Please help me welcome Distinguished Toastmaster Nandajan to evaluate Toastmaster Anushri Dareshwar. Over to you, Distinguished Toastmaster.
Good evening, General Evaluator Murali Manohar and my dear fellow Toastmasters, especially my speaker, Toastmaster Anushri Dareshwar. Anushri, you were cool, relaxed, feel at home mood and deliver the speech. Just like talking a friend to me. So that was the emotional bonding you created with your speech. And your gestures were so cool. There are a lot of situations you made a lot of distinct gestures, writing the paper like that, and some of your gestures with one hand like this. So it was so cool and apt, and it's so natural. It added value to your presentation. And you sprinkled humor everywhere. Even though it is not a humorous speech, of course, you can have the humorous speech or informative, whatever the kind or the genre it can have. But you were talking a serious topic, but sprinkled humor everywhere, which attracted our audience awareness is kept always high. And the clarity of your words, wonderful. Vocal variety. Yeah, I will come to that later also. You used your vocal variety, eye contact, all together. And as we all know, no speech in the world is perfect. There is always a room for improvement. And see how you can lift your speech to the next level, in my view, this is only my personal opinions. You made a proposal for the college HOD. I'm not sure whether you are still a student. I feel you are not. So this is something, I think the project demands something happening right now. Of course, there is no problem for that one. It could have met the objective more or in a better way. Okay, absolutely, there is no harm with this project also. And in vocal variety, there are pitch variations. I agree. Apart from the pitch variation, you can have the rate of words or rate per minute can also be changed. At times you can speak fast. At times you can do it with less pace. Okay. If you do that, definitely the speech will move to the next level. And you ended your speech or you used only 4 minutes, 30 seconds, wherein another 3 golden minutes are pending. And we love to hear those 3 minutes. Okay, at least you need not go up to 7 minutes, 30 seconds, but at least 7 minutes, another couple of minutes in that way. Altogether, there were some small area for improvement. And one more area for improvement is you didn't address the audience. I feel so. Or didn't I miss that? I don't think so. If you can work on your vocal variety, if you could use your time a little bit more, yeah, there comes the cool, relaxed, composed speech audience where audience were engaged when you sprinkle humor all over. That is one of the best speeches. I am looking for more speeches from you. I love to hear that. Back to General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Distinguished Toastmaster Nandajan. You did a great job. And next is a person, I would like the timer to bring the time back to 0. And next is a person who, within a shortest period of time, become a Distinguished Toastmaster. And incidentally, for many people who may not know, our friend Corona has made it possible to meet all of you. And he is my guru, my inspiration. When I came to know him, he was only a DTM, but now he is DTM Raghunatha Raju DTM. So it made me to do more speeches. And for those people who don't know, when our Toastmasters, they introduced me, I've taken it up with a lot of activity. This Toastmaster, no, it's a very simple thing. I'm a VVIP. That means in Tamil, we call it Relevati Ladapai, and a person who does not have any work. Due to Corona, I decided not to leave from my home. It's more than 2 years and a month. I have not moved out of my house. But I thought, what can we do? So we can learn something new every day. And every day I give a speech. And incidentally, for people who are interested, in next 20 minutes, I'm going to give a speech on voice modulation. So this person, Distinguished Toastmaster Raghunatha Raju, for those people who do not know, he is a area director in the District 18 in USA. And I got so many things learned from him. He is going to be evaluating another Rotarian Toastmaster Kusuma Rao. Over to you, Distinguished Toastmaster Raghunatha Raju, DTM.
Thank you very much, DTM Murli. I don't have to have dinner. I just inform my wife not to cook. Managing a rather change is something that everybody cannot handle. My elder son, when we used to deal with him when he was a kid, it was always difficult to change school or anything else. We had to communicate a lot of things about a change coming. Therefore, we went ahead. And how do we deal with that? How do we communicate change? Makes a lot of difference when things are changing. Toastmaster Kusuma. One of the techniques I learned in speech writing, or rather giving a speech, is tell people what you want to convey before you start speaking. And that's what I saw in your speech today. You talked about the change, you gave details about the change, and then you went into the real-time case. You introduced the real-time scenario from your college, and you talked in detail about it. And you talked about the communication, how the students were handled. And the last part was dealing with the different set of people. When some people who were small villages where there was no internet connectivity and blah, blah, everything, from going to offline to online, of course, I know it's tough for schools and colleges. Something like a design school is not easy. You were comfortable, confident, and then you were easygoing throughout the speech, which was great. If I have to talk about some improvement areas for you, this speech was about communicating the change, not about handling the change. There's a project called Manage the Change, where your speech fits there perfectly. I would want to know how exactly your communication went. What did you talk to students? What did you talk to parents? What were the difficult things that you faced? And how did you overcome that? What was your overall communication plan is something that should have come in your speech. Second thing, you were referring to notes and then you were not able to make eye contact in between. Probably a little bit of practice and then trying to be more comfortable because it is your story. Nothing that you have to refer notes. You can just build the content over online and then just come with it. Just build it because I won't know because it's your story, not my story. Third part is something that you are to improve when you're trying to become an international speaker is your rate of speech. Some problem that I notice with our Indians is our rate of speech is so high. Try to keep it to 80 to 100 words. Your rate of speech was very high and it was difficult to follow at certain areas. Last thing is you use a word which was not good in terms of your speech because your leader giving a speech, not as college on the road. It is a design college. Try to avoid such statements in your speeches because it will try to demotivate others. Overall, it was a good speech, Kusuma. Try to use these improvement areas and I'm sure you will rock as a good speaker. You have got your objectives partially, but you can pass it on. Thank you.
Thank you, Distinguished Toastmaster Raghunatha Raju, DTM, for a beautiful evaluation. May I request the timer to give out the timing report for all the three evaluators?
Yeah. Varada Ananthan, 3 minutes, 22 seconds. Raghunatha Raju, 3 minutes, 20 seconds. Nandajan, 3 minutes, 25 seconds.
Wow, they know how to
All
utilize
three.
the time so effectively that even Toastmaster International would have not thought that people will go to that extreme. It was an extravaganza evaluation from everybody. Now let me come to the other role players. Please, in the meanwhile, make sure that you are going to be voting for the best evaluator. I would request everybody to send me your vote so that we can announce the winner to the send it to the presiding officer. Number 1 is Toastmaster Varada. Number 2, Distinguished Toastmaster Nandajan. Number 3, Distinguished Toastmaster Raghunatha Raju, DTM. Please send me your best evaluator. Thank you. In the meanwhile, can I request our grammarian, Sheba, to give a report on the grammar word of the day being used. Over to you.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator, for calling upon me to have this report as a grammarian. All these speakers, role takers, did their best, used maximum good words, good usages, and also the quotes in a perfect manner. Many of us used the word of the day, extravaganza. First of all, our Toastmaster of the day used twice. Toastmaster DTM Nandajan used once. Our general evaluator, up to this time, he used twice, extravaganza. Good usages I have noted from the Theomodi, lucidness, beat face, prepare and practice, wish and gain, classical, fit as a fiddle, ticker hatches, blooms, deep Pacific Ocean, extremely good manager, replenish, aroma, same concentration and dedication, compassionate, your simplicity, golden memories. These are the few words I have noticed in your speech. And moving on to Toastmaster Kusuma Rao, that is ungroomed. There is a word like ungroomed, consciousness of time. Yeah. Change is hard, result change is much harder. Catastrophe, assurance, where there is a will, there is a way. Do or die situation, plan of action, vociferously, umpteen reasons, naughty, mischievous students, extremely painful situation, change will continue for better of ours. These are the good usages that you have come across. Toastmaster Varada, eulogy, powerful language, incorporate emotion. These are the few words. And Toastmaster Distinguished Nandajan used the good usages as sprinkled with humor, room for improvement, feel at home, emotional bonding, distinct gestures, cross the borders of a country. These are the few words used by Distinguished Toastmaster Nandajan. Toastmaster Anusri used letter to lecturer, pass and move on, lucidly, ban the concept of assignment, hiding assignment, causing harm to the environment. These are the few words I have noticed. So all the best to my speakers and other role players. You can use these words hereafter also. Thank you. Back to General Evaluator.
Please give a big applause to our Royal Highness Toastmaster Sheba. I don't know whether she is Distinguished Toastmaster. However, I would say that she has been a very dearest Toastmaster. Very good. I know I will be missing Shripal Shah because I have to rush to another meeting in UAE. But let me ask our R counter to give away the R counter report. And you know who is the R counter? Our R counter is none other than that young lady who wanted to count our own R count while she was delivering her speech. Over to you, Our Royal Highness Toastmaster Anushri Dareshwar. Namaskar.
Thank you so much, Central Evaluator. There have been hardly any errors that have been created by done by the speakers as a today as such. Toastmaster Girija made no mistakes while speaking. Only as a Toastmaster team Hodi, she repeated only one R. And as a speaker, me Anushri repeated thrice right, one time and once like. Kusuma Rao as a speaker made no mistakes while giving her speech. As an evaluator, Toastmaster Varita used R thrice. DTM Namadan, sorry for my if I'm not pronouncing the names right, made zero mistakes, and even DTM Raghunanda made no errors. As a grammarian, Toastmaster Shiva made no errors while speaking, and same goes with our presiding officer, made no mistakes. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Anushri. Great. And let me, as a general evaluator, would love to give my report as a general evaluator. And this is me for those people who like to know me.
Before that, we also call for the voting for the best role player, grammarian.
I'm coming.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you. So, okay, as per our Toastmaster of the day, please, may I request everybody, please send in your votes for the best role player. We have the general evaluator. Yeah. We have the grammarian and accounter timer.
Excellent. Thank you.
Please send in your votes. Now, I'm going to give you some insights of today's meeting. Now, may I request the presiding officer and the Toastmaster of the day, can you tell me what type of evaluation you are requiring, or you want me to give you?
Candid.
Very
Open.
good. So,
yes.
In Toastmasters, I have gained a lot of friends, but maximum I have gained a lot of enemies because of my candid, extravaganza, straightforward speeches, evaluation. And during the leadership skill speeches, people understand that I'm a very direct person. However, in the interest of the Toastmaster meetings, I would like to give some good ideas which you can improve for the better. First thing is, though it's small meeting, a less number of people, we had an excellent meeting. Can I request everybody who, if possible, please open your cameras and give a virtual applause with your video on, or the meeting has gone very well. I appreciate all the people who have come forward. Let me apologize. I was late also because I totally got confused with the Indian timing, because I hardly do meetings in India. All my timings are in the Middle East or in the Pacific, USA. As most of you know, I'm also the VP Education for the first Toastmaster Club in the world, Smedley. So my timings are in that way. Great. I would like to also say thanks to our TMOD for giving me this opportunity. How you can improve this meeting? First of all, your agenda is very good. But from the agenda is like because I'm a trainer, I'm a corporate person, I would like to tell you, your agenda should be like your CV. Many people, before they call you for a meeting or an interview, they see your CV and see whether you're worth meeting. The same way, your agenda should have got the project details. Some people, I was not aware it is 4 to 5 minutes or the speech timing, although it was told by evaluator, but your agenda will have all the details. I would appreciate if you can incorporate that in the thing. Secondly, this is just a suggestion, maybe because my school of thoughts are different. The general evaluator, it's not me, anybody, should have been introduced in the beginning itself, which was not done. So I was thinking I closed my video and I thought, okay, when my scene comes as a hero, I'll be introduced at the end. So this could have been part of your initial introduction while you are introducing the role players. Excellent. Because we are now using e-agenda, so what I would also suggest that in the second page, you could have given a detail about the speeches, their project objective, so that it would be easy for anybody who sees, oh, okay, Toastmaster Anushree is going to give this speech, Toastmaster Kusuma, Toastmaster Girija are going to give these speeches. So it will be easy, even if some people miss that, they can read that. So this is my suggestion. Third thing, which I was surprised, maybe as Toastmaster, we learn every day something new. I don't know why the speakers were not allowed to vote for the best speaker or best evaluator. As you are a part of this meeting, everyone is allowed to vote. There are some clubs which say that a guest and non-Toastmaster will not be allowed to vote. I don't know. You can give, because at the end of the day, we are not strictly following the rule as such as this thing, because I see some Toastmaster who is naive, who evaluates the 4th level or 5th level. That should have been taken care. Otherwise, everybody can vote. Best speaker, even the speaker can vote. Best evaluator could have been done. Anyhow, this is a lesson which maybe I should change, like our Toastmaster Kusma said. Somewhere someone has to change, but let us all change for a better tomorrow. And as Toastmaster, I'm very happy to have been part of this meeting, because I understand this is the first club started, not first club, one of the clubs started with the Toastmasters and Rotarians together. As I'm a Rotarian, I'm a BNI member, I'm a Toastmaster. I love being part of this. And overall, I would love to say every role player did a great job. And do you think, presiding officer, I will be, I have got for role players also only one vote, which I will send it to you. One vote means best evaluator voting. I will send it to you. With this note, if you can help me, excuse me, I would love to leave. But before leaving, I want to say one thing. I will be really missing the table topic session. For our Toastmaster of the day, who asked about Bollywood. I am still in touch with Bollywood a lot. When I say Namaste ji, from the other end, the person would say, Murli ji, aap kaise? And that is none other than one of the famous superstars of Hindi film industry, Shri Rajesh Khanna. We were so close friends. Unfortunately, we lost him. He was the first hero I know, because in 1969, it was his film, first film I saw in my life. And we were very good friends. Unfortunately, we lost him. With this note, may I hand over the platform back to our Toastmaster of the day, young, energetic, charming, beautiful, smiling, intelligent, Toastmaster Girija Deshpande. Over to you.
Thank you. Like Toastmaster Raghuji said that we don't have to eat today. We are so full with happiness. Who doesn't like to listen to good things about you? Thank you so much. Thank you for your very candid, invaluable report with specific inputs on how we can improve the meeting quality, both for ourselves as well as for the audience. We do make mistakes and we imbibe unforgettable lessons. We'll definitely try to incorporate everything that we can. In NLP, we say there is no trying to, either we do or we don't do. So we will do it. Thank you so much. Now, as you wanted to take leave, we request that the next session can be taken over by the table topics master. The quote says, "Picture abhi baki hai dosto." That's the quote in the agenda. So we begin the third and the most interesting.
This is only the interval.
Yes, this is only the interval. But before we move on, I request all the members in the audience to please vote for the role players and the best.
Done.
Thank you so much. Have you passed it on to the presiding officer?
Yes.
Thanks a million. Thanks a million. So we move on, and if you can stay over, fine. And the moment you feel that it is important for you to move out, you can do so. Thank you so much. So the most interesting section of the meeting, informal, where you don't have a grammarian, where you don't have an or counter, is now going to begin. Usually for table topics also we have that, but for today we made an exception so that everybody can participate without any inhibition. I've been beating
Girija.
around the bush, the word beats
Girija.
in Bollywood. Yes?
Can I just interrupt you for a minute?
Yeah.
Shall we pass a resolution extending the meeting? Because it's 9 o'clock, it's past 9. So
Yeah.
we can just
Let's
extend it for another 20 minutes. Yeah.
Sure.
Shripal, all are okay with it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kusma. Yes, as presiding officer, you did the right thing. So we begin the third and the most interesting section of the meeting. I've been beating around the bush with the word beat in Bollywood beats. Now, Shripal Shah, Toastmaster, he will talk about Bollywood. So I will beat a retreat and he is going to make us dance around trees as per the Bollywood beats. Over to Toastmaster Shripal Shah.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Girija Deshpande. I hope I'm audible to everyone.
Yes, yes, you are.
So good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Attempting table topics helps you to develop 4 skills. 1, listening. 2, thinking. 3, organizing. And 4th, the delivery. I urge every speaker to use the word of the day extravaganza, and I request timer to give the timing guidelines.
The time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes. The speaker has to speak for minimum 1 minute. I will display the green card at 1 minute, yellow card 1 minute, 30 seconds, and red card at 2 minutes. The speaker has 30 seconds grace time after the red card is displayed to end the speech and qualify for the vote.
Thank you.
I think I've already shown the green card and the yellow card, so I won't do that now. Okay, over to you, table topic master.
Thank you, Kusuma. So, as I mentioned, Toastmasters and table topics helps us develop 4 skills. Listening, I will mention the topic only twice. Thinking will help you in getting all your points together before you deliver the speech. Organizing is the response would be a speech with beginning, middle, and end, and delivery will be your style. And now, before we move on to the topics, I would like to take some freedom to use Hindi because we are talking about Bollywood and we want to make this more entertaining. So, कृपया मुझे permission दीजिए to use Hindi and Hindi dialogues, and maybe in between we can also sing some song. So, Kusuma, सबसे पहले तो I will say that when you asked, shall we extend time and have table topics? As a presiding officer, it was your duty, and as a TTM, my answer is, अगली 20 मिनट मेरे से कोई नहीं छीन सकता, presiding officer. So, and before we begin with all the topics, I would like to recite some of the dialogues. I would like to recollect some of the dialogues and maybe take us back to those movie era. And the first is the most popular, मेरे पास माँ है. Pushpa, I hate tears. And let's go back to the Gabbar Singh era. कितने आदमी थे. And अपने our famous Rajesh Khanna, Babu Oshan, जिंदगी बड़ी होनी चाहिए. And the angry young man, रिश्ते में तो हम तुम्हारे बाप लगते हैं, नाम है शहंशाह. Then comes the 90s era. दोस्ती का एक उसूल है मैडम, no sorry, no thank you. That's by Mr. Salman Khan in मैंने प्यार किया. And the next one, जो हम कॉलेज में भी काफी यूज किया करते थे, and अभी भी यूज करते हैं, अपने our own धर्म जी, कुत्ते कमीने, मैं तेरा खून पी जाऊंगा. And with this note, I would like to open the table topics to all of you. I urge everyone to participate and choose between number 1 and 5, and I will share the topic. So who would like to take it first? Riddhi? Riddhima? May I call you Riddhi, if that's okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So
What do you need of me?
you can choose number between 1 to 5. There will be a topic given to you.
Okay.
And as per the timing guideline, you can discuss or you can share your views on that topic.
Okay, I think 3.
3?
Yeah.
Okay. 3. Well, your favorite Bollywood couple and why?
Hard choice.
I'll
Could
you
you
want me-
give me a minute? Because I've not been in touch with Bollywood for a while now. I think for me, the one of the couples that I think everyone looks up to or has looked up to in the last decade is the Deepika Ranveer Jodi. So, just a minute. I've not spoken of Bollywood in a while. So about them, I think I like them because they have stuck through their highs and lows very well. So before 2012, Deepika did not have that much of a good career. She was going through a tough time, and with the infamous breakup with Ranbir Kapoor, I think it had left her in a lot of low period because she has been one of the people that has spoken openly about mental health. And after that, while they were shooting for Ramlila, she met Ranveer Singh. And all that they have been through, I think when you look back, it kind of looks like a pure story. It was all the struggles that they have been through, both Deepika and Ranveer. Ranveer was a new trauma when Deepika had established herself into the industry, and everyone had said that they would not last because of how her pattern was prior to getting married. So I think when I think of Bollywood and couples, one of the biggest names that comes in my mind is Deepika Ranveer. It was like the way they have been, it's quite natural for one to think of them and be like, oh, I want a person like this, because I think, in my opinion, Ranveer adores her a lot and he's very open with his affection and care. And I think when women in particular, it's my opinion, when I think women in particular look at Ranveer Singh and what he does for Deepika, all of them, from what I've heard, say that, oh, we want a guy like that. He's so open with his affection and he supports us so much. So I think that would be my number 1 choice for now. Thank you.
Wonderful, Riddhima. And that's Toastmasters for you. You get a topic and you can simply express your views.
Sounds
Candidly.
interesting.
So next, can I request Shivaji to take up the topic?
Yes, yes.
So
There is a power failure here. Yeah, please.
between 1 and 5, number 3 is not available. So 1, 2, 4, and 5. You can choose one of the number between 1, 2, 4, and 5.
4.
4. Do movies make the music popular, or does music make a movie popular? I'll repeat. Do movies make the music popular, or does music make a movie popular? I will add one more thing here. Please use with an example, and if you can sing along with it, any language, be it Hindi or any of the regional language.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Table Topic Master, for having such a wonderful topic, that whether the music give the popularity to the cinema or cinema give popularity to the music. Sometimes it is vice versa. Sometimes the movies make the popular the music. Sometimes the music makes the cinema popular. It's depend upon the people's sense of enjoying the music. Sometimes the people went to the theater and enjoy the cinema. Meanwhile, some music that picks the heart or beats the heart of the audience, that makes the famous of that song also, that music also. So it's depend upon the sense of humor or sense of enjoying that music, and also the cinema the otherwise. So I believe that it's depend upon the circumstances and also the sense of to adapt the music as well as the cinema to their perspective. It depend upon the circumstances, I believe. And here, one movie in Malayalam, there was a song that was very hit and popular even in the North India and some across the borders of India also. And subsequently, the movie released. Somehow, the movie was not that much popular, but the music hit the above all the human hearts. That is also there. Over to Table Topic Master.
Ma'am, can you sing that song, please, for us?
I know I couldn't recollect all these words, and now thank you. Sorry.
Nandajanji, if you can help her.
Yeah, we frankly speaking, we both of us are very poor in singing. All other aspects we may go hand in hand, but as far as the music is concerned, yeah, that is very.
Okay.
Thank you.
So yes, you rightly mentioned. Sometimes it's music that makes the movie. Sometimes it's movie that really makes music popular. However, Sangeet is forever. Music is forever. It expresses all the emotions in many ways. So I'll move on to the next. I request the next speaker. Can I request Kalpana ji? Kalpana ji, the choice of number is between 1, 2, and 5.
Okay, I'll go for number 1.
Number 1.
Yes.
Okay. Your favorite Hindi movie and why? Kindly include dialogue song 2 in your speech from that movie. I'll repeat. Your favorite Hindi movie and why? Kindly include dialogues song 2 in your speech from that movie.
Okay. Yes. My favorite Hindi movie, I think you'll find it very difficult to believe, but it is Hum Aapke Hai Kaun. Because I love music. I love dance. I love, everything over the top. And Hum Aapke Hai Kaun had all that in large numbers. And, from the first scene, it was, all that chhed-chad, all that, it was different, I think. And why I like Hum Aapke Hai Kaun is, even today when I'm bored or, things get over the head and they're so bad, sometimes things really go over your head. I immediately go on YouTube, I put on Hum Aapke Hai Kaun and I start singing Hum Aapke Hai Kaun. And why this film has a very special place in my heart is because somewhere I can relate that to my family. If you have seen that scene, where they pass the parcel, they pass the cushion. I remember in our house was also something like that. We had lots of people coming over to our house and we used to play all the stupid games and we ensured even our parents played those. On New Year's Eve, we would tell everybody has to come and sit. And my daddy would also act out. And it was so much fun, all that chat and, sitting late at night, drinking tea. So whenever I say Hum Aapke Hai Kaun, it brings back a lot of old memories for me. I feel it is nostalgia. And it reminds me of all the weddings also that are in our family, where, like that papad. I remember at one of our weddings, we all of us sisters, we went breaking papads on people's heads. And, it was so much fun. I think somewhere that's why that Hum Aapke Hai Kaun has a special, very special connect with me. Thank you.
Wah wah Ramji, pीछे क्या बनाई? Kalpana ji ne extravagant evening बनाई.
Yes, I forgot the word. The movie itself is extravagant and over the top.
Right. So next, I will request Nandajanji. You have option between 2 and 5.
2 and 5. 5.
5. Okay. Bollywood. Friday first show to OTT. What's your favorite and why? Friday
Can you
first Bollywood. The Friday first show to OTT. What is your favorite and why?
can you repeat once again? I was
Okay.
not able.
Friday first show to OTT platform. What is your favorite and why?
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Even Topic Master, for a thought-provoking question. OTT versus the release day or moving to theater. That's how I understood the topic. Yeah. I believed once, what is cinema if we are not able to see in the big screen? Can a film be released without a theater? I realized I got a lot of realizations during past 2 years. And one of the realizations is a cinema can be released even without a theater. So I think both are different genre altogether. Because if you want to make a movie for OTT platform alone, you need not go for 7.1 sound system and raw. The budget can be crashed to the, what do you call, the minimum level. Just like a short film making, you can have a stereo thing, which in your laptop, the film can be edited and released in OTT. So this gives a platform for a lot of new film aspirants to do a lot of experiments, and their experiments will come on the main stage in the name of OTT. But if you want to have a film extravaganza, a Bahubali kind of thing, a scientific fiction kind of thing, OTT is not sufficient for that. So you have to go to the theater. So I believe, or I feel, both are okay. They have their own places. They have their own audience. They have their own themes also. So I am not watching, or I am not for the theater or for the OTT or against for that one. This really opened a floodgate. There is a different kind of opportunity, different kind of filmmaking. Altogether, let me come back to my own terms, a different genre of film, or a new genre is in the making. So I am for both the Friday first show as well as OTT. Back to David Topic Master.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. Now, we have 5 minutes. I will take the liberty to ask Girija and Kusuma one topic each. So I'm prepared for 9 topics. So Kusuma, I'll go with you first. And I mean, of course, there are only 2 numbers. However, I'm suggesting the topic to you. Social impact of Bollywood or movies on children and common man. Social impact of Bollywood or movies on children and common man.
Yeah, I'll just change my virtual background. Yeah. I'm really glad you asked me, because the only sad part is you've given me 2 minutes to speak. This is something I can speak for 20 minutes. Personally, in fact, my pet peeve was not only when I was small, when I saw my children growing up, that somehow, somewhere, Bollywood is not catering to the small children at all. I mean, you may have 1 or 2 movies suddenly coming up, but on the whole, we don't have any movies for small children. In fact, I never realized, I never took Bollywood movies seriously. It was mainly for fun. We would poke fun at the nonsensical themes. Suddenly they would burst into songs, and they would be in a theater, and suddenly you had mountains and trees in Kashmir. So it was like something that you went for fun. It was not to be taken seriously. But I realized when my children were there, Like our parents never took us for many movies, but when my children were small, I would take them for some movie, and the kind of questions they asked me, like Shah Rukh Khan and Salman Khan, they were, especially Salman Khan, his movies were extremely aggressive. And then came a time when I said, no Bollywood movies. You can listen to the songs, you can dance, but no going and seeing these movies, because I really felt that the social impact was not only zero, it was almost negative. Because they were trying to make a hero look very, for example, even Amitabh Bachchan, when he was the angry young man. So the angry young man for teenagers and for the adults was okay. But angry young man for a 7-year-old or a 8-year-old, I think is not at all suitable, because I don't believe that a child should watch someone slide on a glass table and go and crash into the windows. I don't think these things I would ever approve. Not only approve because it has an impact on the children. Children are too small. It is in that the brains, their mind is in the formative age. So I don't think I would ever take the children for a Hindi movie, whereas I have taken them for quite a few Hollywood movies, because Hollywood movies make movies only for children. So these are the things that we can take them for, like Shrek and all that. We don't mind, because I mean, we enjoy it as much as the children do. It's very innocent, fun. And yes, I agree with you. I don't know whether you would agree with me, but my feeling is Bollywood has a lot to go ahead and progress where children are concerned. That's my concern today. Yeah, thank you.
I was also timing you at the same time. So this gesture was when you completed 2 minutes. I was not prepared with the colors. Okay, so Girija, the last topic for you. If you had a chance to be a filmmaker, what kind of movie you would make? If you had a chance to be a filmmaker, what kind of movie you would make?
If I had a chance to be a filmmaker, what a wonderful question. You can create the whole world, because film is a visual media. It impacts everybody in a way that we have not imagined. Because long after we leave the theaters, the certain scenes suddenly crop up in our memory. We are not consciously recalling them. Suddenly while eating food, suddenly you hear a street fight, suddenly while you're going to bed, some scenes pop up in your head. That is the power of the visual media. So if I were to make a movie, I would make something which actually impacts people in a way that the values are touched upon. I feel that we are moving away from certain basic values of simplicity, compassion, humanity, which we are seeing. And there is more of extravaganza, more of showing off that is happening in the movies. So it is not related to what is happening in people, right from in people's lives, right from the way people eat, to the way the clothes are worn, to the way people travel to place. Everyone wants to show off. The social media is like that. The movies are like that. So recently we saw a person saying that the pre-wedding shoot was so tense, so full of tension, the person dropped out of the wedding. Imagine, because they had to shoot so many times, the person felt, if this is so important to the wife more than the wedding, I don't want to live with her. So this is a kind of, and so many parents are going into stress because they have to take huge loans to fulfill the wishes of their children, because the idea is like, I want to have a Bollywood type wedding. I want to go to this place for a honeymoon. So these kind of ideologies have become more important. So the importance of hard work, the importance of humility, the importance of family, the importance of reading, the importance of teachers, so many things could be conveyed to people. Importance of history, the importance of respecting what we got with our traditions, whether it is the temples, whether it is the subway, whatever we get. Do we value public property? Do we value our temples? Do we value our museums? So a story that is woven around this, where people definitely feel that they have to be responsible. We all enjoy freedom, but freedom comes with its own responsibility. So right from a child to an adult, if everybody understands what is their role and responsibility in life, at home, at school, on the road, in the society, then we are done. So short movies, I will make short movies that people can watch while they're traveling, but they will impact their life. Thank you so much for the opportunity. मेरे बुरे वक्त में तुम मेरे साथ थे. अब अगर अच्छे वक्त में तुम नहीं, तो ये वक्त भी मुझे नहीं चाहिए. That is a value that I would like to give.
So with that note, we end the table topics with an extravagant performance by each speaker. And thank you for giving me this opportunity to be TTM for the day. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day, Girija.
Thank you very much. You played the role to the hilt. Now I would request the audience to vote for the best role player, Toastmaster of the day, general evaluator, table topic master. This you can please send it to the presiding officer, Kusuma Rao. Please choose Kusuma Rao and vote for these three. These three people need not vote. We can come to a decision about this later. So Toastmaster of the day, general evaluator, and table topics master. Among the three, who is your choice? Please choose only one and send it to the presiding officer, Kusuma, please. Kusuma, once you get, you can share all the certificates and then we can close the meeting. Thank you very much for this opportunity. While the votes are being counted and the results are being sent to Kusuma, I'm very happy to say that all the participants have had a wonderful time. I'm very sure in the smiles. We may not have had many numbers, but the quality of participation was so good. I really thoroughly enjoyed the inputs that I received from each and every one of you. So Kusuma has a huge role now, Kusuma and Anushri, waiting for them to share. Thank you.
So, have all voted? Yeah.
Two of us cannot vote here. So
Okay.
you will have probably, yes. 1, 2,
You will have 5 or 6 votes. Yes.
You will have 5 votes now. 6 votes. Did you get table topic speaker votes?
Yeah.
The best table topic speaker also, that everybody can vote. Yes. Yes.
So I'll announce the best role player is Shripal Shah, table topic master.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
And table topic speaker, I don't think anyone has written, because I don't
sent
think
the vote.
Yeah.
I've sent the vote.
Okay.
I think I've sent it to Shripal, because that was supposed to be sent to Shripal. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think all the table topics, the best table topic speaker, please send it to Shripal and he will select the maximum and then he will send it to you. Yes.
Someone has sent to me one of them.
You can send the name. You can send the name, because numbers shayad yaad nahi rahenge.
Yeah. I think I already sent, but
I received.
You have received? Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I received 4 votes.
Okay. In the meantime, probably can announce the others. So the best speaker of the day, the best evaluator of the day, and those certificates can be prepared by Anushri, and she can probably share it.
See, I've got best role player is Toastmaster Shiba. That is what the general evaluator has given me.
Yes.
And another role player, best role player is Shripal Shah.
Yes, that is table topic speaker.
Yeah, table topic.
Right.
And best evaluator is taken away by the Palakkad couple, Nandajan.
Wonderful.
Yeah, DTM Nandajan. And best speaker, he has not sent it to me. No, he has not sent
it. Okay.
He
has not sent it, then we can leave it because I don't think he will have it now with him.
Yeah,
I've come to him in the Zoom chat.
Yeah.
So he said he has received also.
Yeah.
So do you want me to ask him?
No, it's okay. Doesn't matter.
It's okay. Leave it. Yeah. Okay, fine.
Okay, so can I request Riddhima to vote? Riddhima, your vote is as good as President's vote today.
Okay, but what
or the Lok Sabha speaker's vote.
Yeah.
The best speaker vote, you are asking her to vote.
Okay, and what are my options? Because I was observing and there were so many speeches. I think I got a bit confused.
The prepared speeches were by 3 speakers.
Okay.
One is me, first number. Second is Anushri, who's sitting there. Third is Kusuma. 3 of us. Yeah. So
And
among the 3, you have to vote for one.
The speeches that took earlier, right? Before the second half.
The first 3. And even evaluators can also vote. That only, except for the 3 speakers, everybody else can vote. So request Nandajan and Shiba also to vote. Kalpana also can vote. And you also can vote, Shripal.
I've already voted.
For all.
I've already voted.
For all.
I have to send message to whom?
Number 1.
You did to Toastmaster Shripal Shah.
Okay.
Or you can, if 1 number for Girija, 2 number for Anushri, and 3 number for Kusuma.
Yes, just give the number.
I'll choose number 1, even though I thought the number 3 speech was really good. It was relatable, but the number 1 speech, I think some of the elements are really emotional and heartfelt. So I think
can simply,
please, you have to simply write. You don't have to speak here. You simply have to write to.
Riddhi, you only have to send a chat to individual chat or direct message to me, Shripal Shah.
Okay.
Thank you. That's the format of Toastmasters.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Thank you very much for joining, however. Hope you enjoyed the session.
I did.
Yeah. Riddhima will contact you later so that whatever feedback you want to give, whatever queries you have, we can answer. Yeah?
Oh,
absolutely.
Okay, thanks a lot for joining us today. Yeah.
You got the answers.
Okay, so the result is number 1, Girija Deshpande.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so as far as the table topics are concerned, as I mentioned, everyone has got the same number of votes.
Okay.
And then if I have to, it's like, we have to declare a winner.
Tiebreaker.
So it's a tiebreaker between all of you. So all of you are winners. However, if I'm allowed to vote, then probably it will change the result.
Yes, you are the tiebreaker.
Okay, then
that's why it came to you. Yeah.
Yes, then the winner is Kalpana.
Thank you. Thank you.
Excellent.
Okay, so great. It is sorry, Toastmaster of the day.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
are you sharing the certificates now? You can share the certificate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have the first is this certificate for the best speaker of the day, then evaluator of the day, whichever order you have ready.
I'll make you co-host, then you
Screen
can.
sharing, no. She has got it, Anushri.
Yeah, that's what. I'll make
Yeah.
Anushri co-host.
Yeah.
Then you can do, yeah.
Screen sharing,
you
and then
can do
later
screen
we'll send
sharing.
it to all of you. Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll send it by WhatsApp to everyone.
Yes. Thank you very much, Nandajan and Shiba, for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the meeting. The way it
Sure,
was going ahead.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Excellent experience also today.
Thank you,
And
Girija,
you
for
also,
giving me this
Yeah.
opportunity, and really enjoyed company of you all guys. Yeah,
Thank
really.
you.
DTM Nandajan, we learned a lot from
Learned a
you.
lot.
I
Yes.
Thank you.
really enjoyed the way you shared your evaluation, and we have
As well
picked
as
up
the
a
table
lot
talk.
of points,
Thank
how to be effective, but tell it very softly, nicely. It was a lovely experience we had. Thank you.
Yeah, we in Toastmasters, I used to do workshop on evaluation, and one of the statements in the Toastmasters is evaluate to motivate. After listening the evaluation, the speaker should be motivated to go for speech again and again, not the other way around. Okay.
Exactly.
And many times, especially in the Middle East kind of evaluation, it is a critical evaluation. Okay, it should be there, but how you present the criticism matters. Yeah.
That's exactly what we learned from you.
Okay,
That
thank you.
you made
Absolutely.
the point, but you put it very nicely.
Softly and firmly.
It's
Yes.
a very difficult balance to maintain, but you managed it beautifully. I enjoyed listening to your evaluation.
Thank you.
If I have to, sorry, Kusma, please.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Go ahead.
So if I have to relate his the way he evaluated and the way he shared it with us, is more like a Bollywood actor who wins the heart by his dialogue delivery.
Correct.
Not by his looks or not by his certain how. That's purely by dialogue delivery. The way they deliver the dialogue, it's so effective. And I think I can relate it with, because our theme is Bollywood, so I'm relating it with Bollywood theme.
Absolutely. And while you were talking about the OTT platform and this, you were talking about the viewer experience as well as the maker experience from both the sides. That was very beautiful. And Kalpana, that movie happens to be my son's favorite. When he was I feel that is such a clean movie, that my children also used to watch together. Very clean movie. So even when he was a child, they would put it, and the scene when she rolls down the stairs, he'll say, "Put off the TV, I don't want to watch it." He'll put it off. Until then, he will sit in front of the TV and he's laughing. Dheeraj,
कल्पना जी, ये आपने इतना ये मूवी को एंजॉय किया है that it was all coming out, that those expressions. अगर ऑप्शन होता तो नेक्स्ट टाइम माधुरी के बाद आपको ले सकते हैं.
I'm a very expressive person. Being a teacher, that is the advantage or disadvantage. I am very expressive.
So very enjoyable.
Anushri is ready with the certificate.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's quite a task. So that's why we had a lot of things to share.
Yeah.
Thank you, Anushri. Thank you. The next one. Yes. Very nice. Thank you so much. Wonderful, Shripal.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for being here and making this a wonderful day. This 25th has become very memorable because of your participation. Once again,
Good night. See you.
Thank you.
Bye. Good night.
Good
night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rishma.
Yeah.
You join us again. Yeah. Thank you.